If you've ever received an email from a blogger or a business with a new free download that they have, but then you click on it, it takes you somewhere, and you have to subscribe again, you'll know that's annoying. It's not good for user experience, and honestly, it's gonna make people unsubscribe from your list. Not even just like not claim that thing, but I had 3 of these last week, and I unsubscribed from 2 of those newsletters because I didn't really care about them anyway, and now they were giving me even more work to do. I don't want you losing subscribers, so I'm going to show you how to do this properly because honestly, it's not that hard. All you have to do is segment your email list properly with a link tag. It's really easy to do. It is free to do. So we're going to run through how you can do this to better improve your user experience with your email list. Hi, I'm Nina Clapperton. I'm the founder of She Knows SEO, and I am here to help you fix your blogging business. Today we're going to talk all about email marketing, but I also talk about SEO and AI on this channel. Now, I'm going to drop a link to a great freebie to help you do an SEO content audit on your website in the description of this video. Click on that and you'll get my step-by-step framework to update your content to make it the best possible for users. Now, today we're going to focus more on the user experience in an email, but your user experience really should extend across your business. And if you don't have great user experience, you are going to lose customers. You can grab that link in the description and let's dive into how you can properly segment your email list and still deliver a freebie. So you've created a new freebie and you want to share it with your audience. The old school way to do that is that you're going to have an email that you send to your existing newsletter and say, hey, I have a new freebie, click here to get it. And then that link is going to take them to a subscription form on your website or on a landing page somewhere, and they're going to have to enter their email again. There are a lot of problems with that. Number 1, not everyone remembers what email they used to sign up. Number 2, it's more effort for them. They have to now type in usually their name and their email, which doesn't sound like a lot, but people are busy and you're trying to make this as easy as possible for them. Number 3, it adds to some resentment because you are making them do that when you already have their information and their email. And unless it's something like getting them to subscribe to like a ThriveCart course or something, there is no need for it. Like there's no need for you to ask them to do that. So instead, we want to do something that is easier for the audience and that is going to keep them in your sphere more. Now, there are still ways to do this where we deliver the freebie, but we also tag the person. That way we can segment our list as best we want to. Many people use this system to segment their list for opt-outs. For example, I have like sales running all the time, and when I do that, I have a PS that says, don't want to receive like all the emails about this sale? Click here and opt out. Those people will then be excluded from future things because they are put in a tag, and then I can control that tag. Essentially, the tag is like a group of people that I can then determine, okay, those people are in like a do not disturb during this sale sort of group, so I won't email them again. The same can be done though to add someone to any group or tag on your website. So you can put them into the freebie hyphen whatever the freebie's name is kind of tag, and then you'll know everyone who has that item. You can also use this to break them down by the things people are interested in. For example, in She Knows SEO, I talk about AI and I talk about SEO. I could segment someone into either one of those lists this way based on the freebies that they grab from me. Then I could know, okay, people are interested in AI. Those people are going to get maybe an extra email or 2 in an AI sales sequence than the people who clearly aren't because they've never grabbed those freebies. You can also use this for a welcome sequence. So typically when we have a new freebie, we're going to kind of tie that to a welcome sequence. That way someone's going to have to grab it and then go through maybe even just 1 email, but sometimes 4. I've seen up to 15, honestly, emails where they're going to go through a sales sequence of some sort or even just an onboarding sequence. You're going to want to make sure those people get that email. We can still do that without making them give you their email again. Now, I'm going to use ConvertKit for this demo, but this can be done on any software, except for Flowdesk, to my knowledge, at time of recording. Mailerlite also does this, and it is going to be kind of the second alternate way that I do it in ConvertKit, which is the way that it works in Mailerlite. So, how do we do this? First, you're going to write your email to send to your audience, where you're going to say, hey, it's me, Nina here. I have this new freebie for you. Here's what it is. Like, you still, even though it's free, you should still sell it to them. That way they know like why they're downloading it, because people don't just want to like click on links. There can be sketchy stuff in links. Then you're going to want to make sure that you have that freebie available and ready to go. So whether that means it's on a Google Drive link, whether that means it's a Google Sheet, whatever the thing is, have that link at the ready. For our purposes today, I'm just going to use the She Knows SEO homepage because it's easy and I don't have to think of other links. So we have our email here that is really terrible, and this would not be a good email. It just says, here is your freebie. But this is going to be our demo email that I'm sending to my audience about this new amazing freebie that I have that is for some reason just my homepage. So how am I going to deliver it? Now you can just hyperlink the text, or you can add a button. So here to hyperlink in ConvertKit, I always just highlight and then hit Command K, just like in WordPress, or you can click the little link icon at the top. Then you're going to type in your link if you just want to add a normal link. But we have some other options of things we can do for our purposes here. The other option though, for like how to show the link, is to click the plus icon and add a button. Now in Mailerlite, this is a drag and drop system that you'll find on the sidebar, so you can still add it, the same idea. I'm just going to type in freebie ! This works as well. So then you would, over here in the URL area, add in our URL so it's very clear where they're going to go when they click on this. If you don't have that, it's just a button, they're going to click it and then nothing's going to happen, and that's unhelpful. So either way here, we would then have our link added. But we don't have a tag then. So we need to figure out how to do that. Now there's two ways to do it in ConvertKit. The first way is the easiest and my personal preference. However, the other one is also an option. Now the first way is more like if you're only going to do it in one email. The other option is better if you're going to repeatedly use this tag across your website, or pardon me, across your newsletters. So the first option, we'll use our little like text link here. So I'm going to click on the link icon, and you can see in the corner there are these two little like extra icons beside apply. There's a link with like a little like power logo beside it, and then there's a tag with a little power logo beside it. The first one adds what is called a link trigger. Link triggers are essentially like, okay, if someone clicks on this certain link, X happens. But you have to preset those. So those are our option 2 actually that I'm going to set up in a minute. The other easier option is tag. We're just going to add a tag. So I'm going to put in She Knows SEO. We'll see the tag list below. You have to already have a tag set up for this, so go make that first. So for this one, I'm just going to grab freebie SEO content audit checklist. And then if I apply this, anyone who clicks on this link is automatically going to be added to this tag. So if they click it and they weren't already in the tag, it's now going to put them into it. And then if I have a visual automation sequence set up that says, okay, when a link joins this tag, then they get these 4 welcome sequence emails, that's going to deliver the welcome sequence. That's how that works. You can also do this with a button. So if you come over here and click on the little like power icon beside it, you click tag, and then again from the drop down, and it works exactly the same way. Now the other option is the link trigger, and so like the tag only happens on this individual link on the page. A link trigger is going to be more like site-wide, or again site-wide, newsletter-wide, that you can reuse this over and over again. So you can see like we have a bunch here because I did them all individually. But if I did it once and then named it something memorable, which is kind of the better way to do it when we keep reusing it, and that's how I'm doing it now for my sales sequences, is we're going to click on, so automate rules, then we clicked on trigger, and then over here we're going to select what the trigger is. So typically it's when someone subscribes to a form, then they're going to get added to a certain tag. In this case, it's when they click a link. So when they click on the link and then name it something specific. So freebie, I don't know, homepage, we'll call it. And then the URL is going to be what the link is that they are clicking on. So She Knows SEO will be the link. Oh, I didn't put the colon. There we go. Then the action that's going to happen is they get added to a certain tag. So again, I'm just going to pick a random one. There we go. We'll pick that one. So now they're getting added to this specific tag. If you don't have one yet here, you can create a new one. So it makes it a little bit easier over here. So this is going to mean that, okay, anytime someone anywhere on my site clicks on this link, when it is in this specific trigger, they're going to get added to this Facebook ads guest posting kit SLO. So we save that rule. Once it's saved, it'll bring you back to this rules page where you can see everything that you've set up. Now, if we go back over to this one, I may have to refresh the page. I never remember how fast it loads, But we're going to click on the button again, click on that little power icon, click link trigger, and then see what shows up. It's already auto-populated. That's one of the great things about ConvertKit. So when I click on that, you can see it automatically knows what's going to happen here. And this just makes it reusable across your website. So it's not like super important to make it a link trigger. It doesn't really matter between the two options. However, if you're not using ConvertKit and you're using Mailerlite, it's going to be under the automation section, and basically it's the same as that rule. It's like, okay, when someone clicks this link, then what happens? Then they get added to the tag. So that's how it works between the two systems. And what's going to happen now is if I sent this email to my audience, anyone who clicks on this link is then going to be, again, added to that tag and then get whatever next sequence happens. There might not even be a next sequence. It might just be that I want to know who purchased that thing, purchased in air quotes because it's free. That way I can make sure, okay, I know how many people have accessed my freebie. I can tell them if there's an update, or maybe down the line I want to send them a certain sort of promo or certain extra information. It's really a good idea to make sure that every freebie on your website has a specific tag for this purpose. Now, this same system can be used for opt-outs. As you saw under my kind of trigger area, most of the ones that I have are done for opt-outs that I've used for different promotions that I've run. Opt-outs are a really good way to kind of prevent unsubscribes from happening. Most of the time when we run some sort of sales sequence, we are running multiple emails, promotions of it. So you're not just sending one email in a week, you might be sending a daily or even twice a day email to your audience. Now, if someone knows at the beginning, hey, I don't want that thing, then you want to give them an out. You don't want them to unsubscribe from your list and then never come back, because maybe this thing isn't right for them, but they're meant to come back later. So this is another great use case for this thing, is to create a custom opt-out link. I've also used it for things like Mother's Day. If you're going to run a promotion for a special holiday or something that is like kind of upsetting to some people, like if someone has struggled with conception, if someone has lost a family member recently, sending them a Mother's Day promotion can be really heart-wrenching. So it's a good idea, if you're going to run one, the week before, let them know, hey, I'm going to be running a Mother's Day promotion. Click on this link if you do not want to receive that. And that's a great way to give people more autonomy over the types of emails that they're receiving. It also gives them more information about what you're doing next. So this is a really great way to inform your audience what is happening, to make sure that your audience feels comfortable with you, and to make sure you have their consent for certain things in their inbox. Then it's also a great way for you to segment your list and make sure you understand who is on your newsletter and for what purpose, and what things of yours do they have. Before I go, I wanted to show you how to do this for an opt-out sequence. Opt-outs are a little bit different because they don't actually have a URL to send someone to. Unlike when you're segmenting a list with a freebie where you have something they're clicking on, you need a link for someone to click. So you're going to create one on your website. Create a page. This one's super simple. It has my logo at the top, and then it says, success, you've opted out of the promo for whatever it is. Now, we always add the, was this a mistake, email support to get it fixed, just in case. But I only have this one page. Now, I changed the actual text on the page based on what they're opting out of. And that's because I never run multiple promos at the same time. If you do, then you're going to want to make multiple versions of this page. You're going to want to have sheknowsseo.co/opt-out - get paid to travel - Theo's birthday party - whatever the thing is. And then you're going to adjust it each way. But you can actually have multiple link triggers for the same link. It just depends on which trigger you then assign to the thing. So here I would take this link, the She Knows SEO opt-out. I'm going to go back to ConvertKit. I'm going to make a tag. I like to make a tag first. So here I have opt-out - Theo's birthday party or Theo birthday party bundle. Then we're going to go over to automate, click rules, create a new rule. And then I'm going to say that when someone clicks a link, so we're going to call it opt-out - Theo birthday party, whatever we want to call it, paste in that URL, add a tag just like we did a moment ago, and then over here we're going to search for opt-out, and then we have Theo birthday party bundle as a tag, save rule, and there we go. Now I can go over to this email that I'm about to send to say hey, this is coming really soon. And when I scroll down to the PS, you can see if you don't want to receive any more info about this blowout, you can click here and get opted out. So I'm going to highlight all of that, Command K, and then we can see we have the little add a link trigger button. and it's going to be our first one because we just did it. So now we're going to apply it, and there we go. Now if someone clicks on this link, it is going to take them to the opt-out page. So they are actually going somewhere. That's why the somewhere needs to like have something happen, but it's also going to tag them automatically. And this means I can reuse it in all of my email sequences for this event. So I don't have to do that again. Makes it so much easier, saves me time, and yeah, just makes it simpler for me to help my audience. Custom link triggers like this can be used in so many different capacities, and they are so easy to use. I will say I love ConvertKit for it. I've also used Mailerlite for them. I find ConvertKit's a little bit easier because you can do it inside the single window, which I appreciate, but really either one works. Just always keep your user in mind. Even though it takes an extra moment for us to add these things, we are the marketer. We are the one already inconveniencing them a little bit. So we want to make sure that we are making it as easy as possible for them to engage with our content and with our business. People want to buy from businesses that improve their lives. And if you are kind of ruining their life a little bit by making things more complicated, they are going to leave your sphere. So your homework today is to take what you've learned and make your first custom either opt-out sequence, deliver a new freebie in this way, or set up some sort of link trigger so that you can test your new skill. It is very simple to do and it has like infinite use cases. Another fun one that I like to do is even to ask my audience, like, what would you like to hear more about? And then I can actually create tags based on interests that way. And then in the future, I can send them more customized emails on different types of topics. You can even use this if you have multiple languages in your email list. I had someone ask for that in my Facebook group recently. And you can use this as well if, let's say, you have multiple businesses in the same email account and you think people might want to be on multiples of your lists. Maybe someone wants to be on your niche site to do with dogs from your general pet site. Maybe they want to be on your pet site from your travel with pet site. This is a way to kind of cross over between them with their consent so that they know what's happening. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to learn more about email marketing, I'm going to put a video on the screen right now that is a review of Liz Wilcox's email marketing membership, where I learned how to write the best welcome sequences, and she even has a really cool free welcome sequence that anyone can get, and that's a really great thing to create a link trigger based on. So have someone join your freebie and then send them to that welcome sequence. It is customizable, so it's not like generic nonsense. It'll be about you and your business. It is a really great way to bring people into your sphere and build community. And that email marketing course, honestly, like, it made me fall in love with email marketing, and it has become a very profitable endeavor for me. So I'm going to put that on the screen right now, and another button that's going to allow you to subscribe to my channel and tune in every single week for more new videos on Thursdays, where I talk about all things SEO, blogging, and running an online business. I'll see you then. Bye.